Good day, here are the top stories from the Philippine News Agency. We begin at the nation's top office with some great news for Filipino seafarers here and abroad. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has officially signed into law the Magna Carta of Filipino Seafarers today, a measure designed to protect the rights and well-being of those working in the maritime sector. In a ceremony in Malacanang, the President signed Republic Act No. 12021 known as the Magna Carta of Filipino Seafarers. He says this legislation shows the government acknowledges the sacrifices and contribution of the seafarers to the country. President Marcos highlights the timely passage of this law, especially in light of recent threats to international shipping and increasing challenges in the global maritime industry. The Magna Carta seeks to create a comprehensive framework that will not only improve the rights and welfare of Filipino seafarers but also ensure fair and just treatment in times of disputes. It also aims to harmonize policies among concerned agencies such as the Commission on Higher Education, Department of Foreign Affairs, Maritime Industry Authority or Marina, Philippine Coast Guard, Department of Labor and Employment, and Department of Migrant Workers. Marina is tasked to oversee maritime education with powers to accredit, regulate, and monitor education and training institutions. It also offers maritime degree programs and technical courses. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. reaffirms his administration's strong commitment to providing accessible medical services. In his latest vlog, the President provided an update on his administration's ongoing initiatives aimed at improving healthcare for Filipinos. On his 67th birthday on September 13, the President ordered the implementation of the zero billing across the country to cover the costs of all inpatient, outpatient, and emergency services in 22 public hospitals nationwide. The President emphasizes that healthcare is among his top priority, particularly for the underprivileged Filipinos.
Bawat buhay mahalaga dahil talagang kailangan natin patibayin yung healthcare natin. Naramdaman kasi natin yan nung COVID, may pagkukulang talaga sa sistema natin ng healthcare. Kaya triniremedyohan natin yan, kaya gagawa natin ng paraan. Imbis na kayo po na mga pasyente pupunta sa ospital, hahanapin namin kayo para mabigyan kayo ng tulong.
Meanwhile, the Department of Health on Sunday has kicked off a nationwide vaccination drive for children. President Marcos stressed the importance of this program, reassuring parents that the vaccines provided are safe and have been tested over many years. He says the program aims to ensure that all children receive their essential immunizations within their first 12 months of life. Recognizing that some parents are still doubtful about vaccines, the Chief Executive called on the public to help promote the inoculation program.
Kakasimula lang natin ng isang malaking vaccination drive na ginawa ng DOH. Unang-una para sa first 12 months na mabubuo lahat ng iba't ibang bakuna para pagkatapos ng first year ng bata ay makikita natin lahat na ng kailangan ng bakuna ay nabigay na. Kaya tulungan nyo kami para talagang, kasi kung minsan yung iba ayaw magpabakuna dahil natatakot sila, baka hindi maganda yung bakuna, baka lalo masaktan yung bata. Hindi po, lahat itong mga binibigay namin bakuna, tested po ito. Ilang taon na pong ginagamit yan. Kaya puntahan ninyo, yung, kung meron kayong mga sanggol, kung meron kayong maliliit na bata, dalhin nyo po.
The President also shares exciting news about the construction of a large cancer specialty hospital in Pampanga to decentralize healthcare services, especially for critical illnesses. He pledged to bring specialized healthcare closer to people, particularly those living far from Metro Manila, so that patients can receive treatment without traveling long distances.
Meron tayong mga tinatayo na tinatawag na specialty hospital. Meron nga isang malaking cancer specialty hospital na nasimulaan na sa Pampanga. Maglalagay din po tayo sa mga iba't ibang lugar. Para nga, kagaya ng sinasabi mo, hindi na kayo mahirapan na kahit malalayo, kailangan dadalhin lahat dito sa Maynila para mas malapit, ilalapit namin ang serbisyo ng healthcare sa inyong lahat. Lalong-lalo na sa mga kawawa natin mga cancer patient.
The government is providing free transportation for commuters who may be affected by the two-day strike of transport groups Manibela and Piston, which started Monday. Philippine National Police Chief General Romel Marbil ordered police units to provide free rides and other assistance to stranded commuters and monitor their areas of jurisdiction. Local government units have made separate announcements that they are assisting stranded commuters. Free rides will also be provided by the Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board, as well as the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority. Manibela and Piston's transport strike opposes the government's Public Transport Modernization Program, or PTMP. The groups demand the junking of forced franchise consolidation, renewal of franchises for all public utility vehicle operators, redirecting funds for the phase-out program to traditional jeepneys and local industries, and allowing the withdrawal of those who have consolidated. Senate President Francis Escudero has urged Transportation Secretary Jaime Bautista and Undersecretary Jesus Ferdinand Ortega to make sure the PTMP has minimal impacts on drivers and operators. But President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. earlier said the PTMP will push through. In other news, the Bureau of Customs filed complaints against the owners and crew of MT Tri-Trust and MT Mega Onsolili for their involvement in oil smuggling at the Navotas fish port. Customs personnel filed violations of the Customs Modernization and Tariff Act, National Internal Revenue Code, and Tax Reform for Acceleration and Inclusion Law at the city's prosecutor's office in Navotas City on Saturday. At least 9 crew of MT Tri-Trust, 16 from MT Mega Onsolili, and the unnamed owners of the vessels will face charges. The BOC said MT Tri-Trust was found carrying over 320,000 liters, while MT Mega Onsolili had over 39,000 liters. The accused were caught engaging in paihi, or illegal transport of unmarked fuel, in an operation on Wednesday. The transported fuel and 2 fuel tankers was worth over 715 million pesos. The agency said the respondents failed the fuel marking testing and were unable to present a withdrawal certificate and other pertinent documents. It said unmarked fuel is presumed to be illegally imported. The Department of Social Welfare and Development urges every Filipino household to foster unity and harmony in celebration of the 32nd National Family Week. DSWD spokesperson Assistant Secretary Irene Dumlao encouraged all Filipino families to bond and strengthen communication with one another. The DSWD is also leading various activities to promote climate change awareness in line with this year's theme, Pamilyang Tutugon sa Pagbabago ng Panahon. It also asked all Filipino families share mealtime together in observance of Kainang Pamilya Mahalaga Day. The Office of the President earlier suspended work in most government offices in the executive branch starting 3 p.m. on Monday to give employees time to join their families for dinner. Meanwhile, a community garden activity in partnership with the Department of Agriculture will be held on Monday in Barangay Puray in Rodriguez, Rizal. On Wednesday, the SWD Special Assistant to the Secretary for Special Projects, Maria Isabela Nada, will speak in an interfaith family forum on sustainable practices and coping with environmental challenges. The agency will hold a family day on September 26 where families can bond and share experiences. And that's the latest and the biggest stories on the PNA headlines. For more news updates, visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The PNA Headlines is also streamed via the Servicio Facebook page. You may also watch the PNA Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under PNA News. It's 93 days before Christmas. I'm Marita Muaje. This is the PNA Headlines, bringing stories that unite the nation.